नमस्कारः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। Welcome to the Tadvidya Sambhasha Parishad series of Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana. Today we are going to Sneha has to be administered in what matra. So matra and kala, both of them we have already discussed. The next we have to discuss is the indications of the different types of sneha. We have seen that among the sthavara sneha, taila is indicated as one of the sneha dravya for snehana. Among the jangama sneha, that is grita, taila, grita, vasa and majja are considered for the snehana. So let us, sorry, there was some disturbance. So we can see that the guna of the sneha dravyas and also the aspects related to the indications of sneha are described in the further shlokas from the 42nd shloka. Vata pitta prakritiyo vata pitta vikariणाः चक्षुकामाः क्षताः क्षीणाः वृद्धा बालास्तथा अबलाः आयुः प्रकर्षकामश्च बलवर्णस्वरार्थिनः पुष्टिकामाः प्रजाकामाः सौकुमार्यार्थिनश्च ये दीप्त्योजः स्मृतिर्मेधा अग्निबुद्धीन्द्रियबलार्थिनः पिबेयुः सर्पिरार्ताश्च दाहशस्त्रविषाग्निभिः. So sarpihi, that is grita, has been indicated in these particular conditions. That is vata pitta prakriti, in vata pitta roga or kshatakshina. Then persons who are affected with daha or shastra, visha, agni, etc. And also the sukumara bala, that is it is also used in persons who want to have varna, swara, prasadana, or persons who desire to have chakshuha kama, that is good eyesight. Then ayuh prakarsha kama, that is persons who wish to have a lengthier life. Then pushti kama, that is wherein there is a desire to increase the pushti, that is the nourishment. Then prajakama, very important, that is it also focuses on the progeny, that is vrishya, it is having a vrishya effect also. Deeptihi ojaha smritihi medha agni buddhi indriya bala, that is you can see that the bala of the indriya, bala of the person, that is the medha, agni, and also the ojo vriddhi will happen because of this particular the usage of grita as a snehana dravya. The next thing is the usage of the taila. Pravruddha sleshma medha medaska chala sthula galaudaraha. You can see that in these sthula persons, that is in atistholya also taila has been indicated, and wherever there is pravruddha sleshma and the medas, taila is indicated. Vata vyadhi bhir avishta vata prakritayascha ye, in vata prakriti persons and also in persons who are having vata vyadhi, taila is indicated. Balam tanutvam lagutam dridhatam sthiragatratam snigdhas lakshna tanutvaktam yecha kangshanti dehinah, persons who desire to have snigdhas lakshna and tanu tvak, and krimi koshtaha krura koshtas tatha nadi bhir arditaha. So nadi vrana is a condition wherein there is it is a specific type of vyadhi, especially it is a shalya sadhya vyadhi. There also for the medical management, once again the tailapana has been indicated. Krimi koshtha, very important because it has having the krimihara property also. Krura kosthastata, in krura koshtha taila has been indicated. Pibeyuhu shitale kale tailam tailochitaschaye, that is you can see that pibeyuhu shita kale, in the shita kala taila is indicated because taila is subhavatah ushna. Therefore taila is considered as one of the dravyas which can be used in this way for the snehanartha, especially in case of kapha vriddhi conditions and also in medasvi, that is the persons who are medasvi, and also in vata vyadhis, including you can see that ardita nadi vrana, etc. this has been indicated. Then the next one is the usage of the vasa. Vata tapasaha yecha rukshaha bharadvakarshitaha संशुष्क रेतो रुधिरा निष्पीतं कफमेधसः अस्ते सन्धि शिरास्नायु मर्मकोष्ठ महारुजः बल बलवान् मारुतो येषां खानि च आवृत्य तिष्ठति महच्च अग्निबलं येषां वसा सात्म्याश्च ये नराः तेषां स्नेहितव्यानां वसापानं विधीयते. So vasa is indicated, that is, what is vasa? Vasa is shuddha mamsasya yah snehah sa vasa parikirtitah. That is, it is the sneha which is derived out of the mamsa, shuddha mamsa. So that kind of vasa can be used in persons who are having the prabala vata vriddhi. That is, here specifically it is told mahacha agnibalam should be there. That is, the person should have very good agnibala. But here you can see that there is samshushka reto rudiraha, there is shushkata, that is there is dhatukshaya, but the agnibala is good, and at the same time it is seen that the vata vriddhi has happened. That is, he balavan maruto yesham khani cha avritya tishtati. That is, there is the avarana of the vayu, and also you can see that balavan maruto yesham, the maruta or the vata vriddhi has happened in a very strong way here. So there vasa is indicated. Vasa satmyascha yenaraha. The condition which they have put is, the clause is that the person should be vasa satmya. Not everybody will be a vasa satmya. That is, they will not have the habit of taking vasa on a regular basis. Only persons who can have the or consume the vasa, who are having vasa satmya, they can be indicated with vasa whenever they are having these particular conditions. Okay. Then the next sneha is the majja, that is the pravara. That is pravaratva, if we consider, then it goes like this. That is, in the sneha, the intensity of the snehana, grita, taila, vasa and majja. Majja is considered to be having more snigdha guna in it. So deeptagneha kleshasaha dhasmara sneha sevinaha घस्मरा स्नेह सेविनः आताताः क्रूरकोष्ठाश्च स्नेह्याः मज्जान् अमाप्नुयुः येभ्यो हितो यो यः स्नेहः स परिकीर्तितः. So in conditions wherein the person is having very good agni, deepta agni, once again for vasa and majja the agni should be very good. Then kleshasaha, that is person who can have the who can tolerate the sneha, and he should be ghasmaraha. Ghasmaraha means person who is having the capacity of having large quantity or guru ahara also. For ghasmara it is told bahubhakshakaha, that is person who can eat more. The abhyavarana shakti should be more. The persons who are having more abhyavarana shakti, they can be indicated with majja. Sneha sevinah vatartaha kururakoshtascha, where all we can indicate vatartaha, that is the persons who are indicated with this majja as a sneha pana, they will be usually affected with vata vriddhi, that is vata vyadhi, ghora vata vyadhi. Then also in krura koshta we can go for this particular majja pana. So how long can this be given? The next question will be that how long this sneha, that is either of these snehas, that is grita, taila, vasa or majja, the chaturvida sneha as the sneha pana, how many days it can be given? Because we can see that whenever this sneha pana is indicated, they have told that there are specific indications or specific diet pattern should be followed. So for how many days this can be given? So snehasya prakarsho tu saptaratra triratrakau, it is told. That is, snehasya prakarsho tu, that is the prakarsha matra, that is the uttama matra of snehapana can be done up to 7 days, and the minimum which has to be given is the 3 days, right? So here it is told sneha prayoga api trihanyeva snehayanti, that is in the least quantity of snehapana which is administered will be for 3 days, 3 aha, that is for 3 days, and the maximum number of days which can be done is the 7 days. Then you can see that the snehapana is indicated in different conditions. That is, you can see that the persons who are having the indications of snehana, that has to be listed. That is, who all can be given the snehana in this way, that is continuously snehana, for how what all people it can be done. Svedyaha, the first indication is Svedyaha, that is the persons who are indicated for Svedana. So first snehana should be done, only then Svedana can be done. So Svedyaha Shodhayitavyascha Ruksha Vatavikarinaha. Shodhayitavyascha, that is the persons who are eligible or fit for Shodhana, or who are going to take any kind of Shodhana, for them this snehana will be indicated. Ruksha, the persons who are Ruksha, Vatavikarinaha, any kind of Vatavikara. Then Vyayama Madhya Stri Nityaha Snehaha Syuhu Ye Cha Chintakaha, that is the persons who are Vyayama Nitya, or who are indulged in Madhya or Stri, etc. This Stri Sevana, they also can be indicated this snehana continuously. संशोधनादृते येषां रूक्षणं संप्रवक्ष्यते न तेषां स्नेहनं शस्तं उत्सन्न कफमेधसां. That is, in उत्सन्न कफमेधसा, that is kapha and medha are aggravated. In those conditions, usually it is a little contraindicated. That is, you cannot give it immediately. You have to do rukshana first, and then you can go for the snehana in those conditions. There are certain contraindications also. There is contraindications have been listed further. That is, you can see that utsanna kapha medha, that is in persons who are having kapha and medha, increased kapha and medha, or in mandagni, then in garbhini, talu shoshinaha, garbhin is talu shoshinaha. So mandagni persons should not be given snehapana, because they will not be able to digest it. Either if it is krita is having the agni deeptikara property, even though as it is a sneha, if there is a severe mandagni, then you cannot administer snehapana, it will not get digested. Then talu shosha, trishna, then murcha, durbala, na snehaha vartamaneshu na nasto basti karmasu. Snehapana prajayante tesham rogaha sudarunaha. So if you are going to administer the snehapana in these conditions, then it will lead to different complications. Sudarunaha, it may lead to complications. Therefore, you are not supposed to go for the snehapana in these conditions. In what all conditions? Wherever there is utsanna kaphameda, mandagni, and abhishyanda. Where there is abhishyanda. What is abhishyanda? Abhishyanda is a condition where there is excessive secretion, right? Abhisyandana is happening. That is, there is secretion from the srotasas. In those conditions, of course there is blockage in the srotasas also, because of the excessive secretion, and there is no proper movement of the vata also, and there is no proper sroto vilayana happening, or the ayana cannot happen properly. Therefore, in those conditions you are not supposed to go for the snehana. The sneha also will not get digested properly. And also in conditions like trishna, murcha, etc., in garbhini and talu shosha, and also persons who are having annadvesha, that is, they are not having proper digestion and metabolism, that is, the agni is not good, therefore they will be having annadvesha or aruchi, etc. Therefore, in those conditions you are not supposed to go for snehapana. If you go for the snehapana in any condition, in any of these conditions, then it will lead to complications, right? Then in the 57th and 58th shloka, especially in the 58th shloka, you can see that what are the lakshanas of the snehana. If you have done snehana in a proper way, that is, samyak snigdha lakshanas should be seen. So that can be seen here. Purisham krititam ruksham vayur apragunayam duhu paktakaratvam ruksham cha gatrasya snigdha lakshanam. That is, gatrasya snigdha lakshanam means in the sharira you have to see snigdha lakshanas if you are administering the snehapana in the right way, for the right condition. So what are those? Patanulombhyam deeptognihi varcha snigdham asamhatam mardavam snigdhata cha ange snigdhanam upajayate. So these are the conditions which are seen in the person, or these are the lakshanas seen in the person wherein samyak snehapana has happened. Vata anulomyam deepto agnihi, vata anulomana will happen, then deepto agnihi, agni deepti will happen, that is there will be the Jhataragni Deepti has been indicated here. Then Varcha Snigdha, that is Varcha Snigdhata will be seen. That is, there will be Snigdhata seen in the stools. Then Asamhatam, there will be no stickiness. Then Mardhavam, there is the Mruduta will be seen. Snigdhata cha Ange, there is Ange Anga Mardhavata will be seen. Mrudutva in the Anga Avayava will be seen, and also Snigdhata will be seen. Mrudutva and Snigdhata will be seen, because you know that the gunas of Snigdha Dravyas are Mrudu, right? Mrudu, Snigdha, Manda, Sara, etc. are the qualities of the Sneha Dravya. So therefore these will be attained. Snigdhana upajayati. There is the person who is going to undergo the Snehapana will have these particular lakshanas. Right? Then you can see that what kind of ahara, once you have administered the Snehapana, you should know that what kind of ahara should be given next. Right? So what kind of ahara should be given along with the Snehapana? Whenever you are administering Snehapana, what kind of ahara should be administered? That has to be always taken into account. So what should be done? Dravam Ushnam Anabhishyandi Bhojyamannam Pramanataha Nati Snigdha Sankirna Shvaha Sneham Patum Ichchata Vivet Samshamanam Sneham Annakale Prakangshinaha Shuddhyartham Punarahare Naishe Jirne Pivennaraha. So you can see that in any of the conditions they have just after the Snehapana, that is once it is getting digested, what kind of ahara should be given? Drava Ushna Anabhishyandi Bhojyam. That is Pramanataha, it is told. Pramanataha means the pramana which is accepted by the person according to the Agni. That is Ahara Matra Punar Agni Bala Pekshini. You have studied already in the Matra Shriti Adhyaya. So accordingly we have to give the matra of the ahara, but that ahara should be drava, it should be ushna, and it should be anabhishyanti. These three qualities are specifically indicated here. Then this is in case of samshodhana, that is if you are going intending samshodhana, then you are going to give this. But if you are intending samshamana, that is with the samshamana snehapana, shamana snehapana if you are giving, then what has to be done? Samshamana sneham annakale prakangshitaha. That is, in the annakala, if the person is having good appetite, prakangshitaha. That is, prakanksha means prakashena akanksha to have the ahara. That is considered as prakangshitaha. So at that time, the person is having the appetite, good appetite. That particular time you are going to give the ahara. Once again, the ahara should be drava, ushna and anabhishyandi ahara itself. You have to go for it. Then you can see that what kind of anupana should be given. It is told Ushnodakopachari syat brahmachari kshapashayaha shakral mutra anilodgara anudirnascha dharayet vyayama ucchairvachanam krodashoko himatapo varjayet apravatam cha sevate shayanasanam sneham pitva naraha sneham pratibhunjana evacha sneham ityopacharaddhi jayante daruna gadaha. These are the upachara which has to be done. That is, what kind of vihara should be followed by the person who is undergoing snehapana. That has been specifically told. One thing is the anupana should be always ushnodaka upachari. That is for every purpose. That is for drinking or even for the shaucha, etc. The person has to have only hot water. That is internally for drinking as well as for any kind of purpose. It may be for washing, for shaucha, etc. He should be always following the ushnodaka upachara. Then any kind of udirna vega should not be done. The dharana of that should not be done. Dharana of any vega should not be done. It may be shakrat vega, mutra vega, or anulomana or udgara. Anything like that, the udirna vega should not be controlled. Then also he has to avoid excessive vyayama, vyavaya or krodha, shoka or hima and atapa. That is, he should not get to extreme weather conditions like extreme cold or extreme heat, that also should not be done. And also he should avoid any kind of exposure to strong wind. Okay, so this should be done. You can see that in the person who is undergoing snehapana will be advised these things. Why? Because you can see that sneha mithyopacharadhi jayante darunagadaha. If any kind of mithya upachara is done, if he is going to get exposed to hima, atapa, that is excessive heat or cold atmosphere, or even cold comforts or windy atmosphere, etc., then you can see that there will be ajirna of the sneha. The sneha will not get digested properly, and because of that there will be a lot of complications seen. Okay, so these complications are usually seen because the sneha which has been administered will be in the either the uttama matra or madhyama matra, or sometimes in the avara matra also, based on the agni of the person, and also the condition which we intend to pacify. So what happens is, when the upachara is not done properly, then immediately there will be abhishandata seen. This abhishanda may lead to once again Agnivadha, and this Agnivadha will not allow the sneha to get digested properly, and then it will lead to different complications. It will lead to ama, etc. Right? So this is very important to be understood, because the upachara, that is whatever ahara and vihara has been indicated, that has to be always followed. Okay. Then you can see that in the conditions, some of the conditions has been listed further in the from the 65th shloka. Some conditions have been indicated, wherein what kind of reactions will be seen in different conditions of the sharira. That is where there is the prakopa of the different kinds of dosha, or even in the vyadhi, what kind of disturbances will be seen, or what kind of complications also can be seen. So you can see that. And also in the conditions, that is when the person is having Rudu Koshta, etc., then what will happen. So you can see that some solutions also have been told. That is, what kind of virechana should be done, or how should we eliminate the doshas at that particular condition. Okay. So you can say that in the 65th shloka, Mrudu Koshta Striratrena Snihyat Chopo Cha Upasevaya Snihyati Krura Koshtastu Saptaratrena Manavaha. Because in Krura Koshta persons, you can see that it will take almost 7 days for the snehana to happen, whereas in the Mridu Koshta persons the snehana can happen easily. Or you can see that this varchas, asamhata varchas or snigdha varchas, etc., can be seen earlier also. So you can see that whenever these kind of conditions are seen, then some of the vicharana are included. Gudam ikshurasam mastu kshiram ulloditam dhi payasam krisharasarpihi काश्मर्य त्रिफलारसम द्राक्षारसम पीलुरसम जलम उष्णमथापिवा मद्यम च वा तरुणम पीत्वा मृदुकोष्ठो विरिच्यते विरेचयन्ति नैतानि क्रूरकोष्ठं कदाचन भवति क्रूरकोष्ठस्य गृहिणी अत्युल्बणानिला. So you can see that in Krurakoshta persons, when the snehana is happening for around 7 days, those conditions for virechana, what has to be done for them, specifically they have indicated some of the dravyas which has to be added. That is guda or ikshurasa, then mastu, kshira, etc., have to be administered along with the the draksha rasa, pilu rasa, etc., has been indicated along with the virechana dravya which we are administering. So in Krura Koshta, usually these extra efforts, that is the addition of the dravyas which can which can support the virechana dravya, that has been indicated here. So why this has been told? Because in the sneha, with the snehadhyaya itself, this has been indicated. That is because whenever you are intending virechana, the snehapana, whatever is done, that has to be in a proper way, has to be done in a proper way. Otherwise, it may not lead to specific benefits of the Samshodhana what you are intending. Therefore, the dravyas which also support this Virechanopaga dravya, that also has been indicated in this particular context only. Then there is a condition, that is when there is good Agnibala. Agnibala is very good, then what will happen? Udirna pitta grahani yasya cha agnibalam mahat pasmi bhavati tasyashuho sneha pito agni tejasa. You can see that because of the increased Agnibala, there can be very swiftly, or in persons wherein the pitta is excessively increased, the snehapana whichever has been administered can digest very easily or very quickly. Then what has to be? Sa jagdva sneha matram tamojaha praksharayan bali snehamagni snehagni uttama trishna sa upasargam udirayet. So you can see that there will be different vyapat seen because of the increased Agnibala, or because of the dosha udiranata also. So there are different types of upadravas which are seen. So in total, from the shloka number 71 to 78, you can see that different types of upadravas have been seen, and you can also see that specific types of upachara also has been told for the upadrava which are seen for the during this Snehapana. So the upadravas which are told are totally 19 in number. That is like, you can see that Tandra, Utkleshaha, Anaha, Jwara, Stamba, Visangnata, Kushta, Kandu, Pandu, Arshaha, Shota, Aruchi, Udararoga, Grahani, Udarashula, Staimitya, Trishna, Jihwastamba, Amadosha. All these things can be seen whenever there is upadrava seen due to Snehapana. In the 75th shloka, you can see this. Tandra Sautkleshu Anaho Jvaraha Stambo Visangnata Kusthani Kanduhu Pandutvam Shofa Arshamsya Aruchistrishna Jataram Grahani Doshaha Staimityam Vakya Nigraha Shula Mama Pradoshacha Jayante Sneha Vibhramat. Sneha Vibhrama. Vibhrama here refers to the upadrava, that is the complications related to the Snehapana. So in these conditions, what has to be done? You can go for whenever there is Sneha Vibhrama, there may be excessive increase of the Sneha which is not digested. Therefore, Vamana can be done, that is the Ullekhana can be done there, or you can go for Svedana, or you can wait, that is Kala Pratikshana it is told, that is you have to wait for some time until it gets digested properly. Tatra api ullekhanam shastam, 77th shloka you can see, Tatra api ullekhanam shastam. Ullekhana means the vamana can be done, or you can also go for Svedana, Kala Pratikshanam. You can wait for some time where till the things get settled, that is it will, the digestion or the Agni Deepti will happen. Prati Vyadhi Balam Buddhva Sramsanam evacha. So Pratipati Vyadhibalam. Pratipati means according to the condition, according to the individual capacity, the person, the Vishak should be intelligent enough to understand the symptoms and also act accordingly. Sramsanam evacha. You can also go for Sramsana Prayoga. Sramsana means a mild kind of virechana. You can see that Aragvada is a dravya which is used for Sramsana, right? So that can be done for Dosha Shodhana. Or the best thing which can be done is the Takrarishta Prayoga. Specifically, this has been told in 78th shloka. Takrarishta Prayogascha Rukshapana Anna Sevanam Mutranam Tripalayascha Sneha Vyapatti Bheshajam. So in Sneha Vyapat, that is the Sneha is administered in an excessive way probably, or there is Sneha Vibhrama, that is Upadrava seen. So what can be done? Now the Snehana Matra has increased, and you can see that there is increased Abhishandata also. So and it has not got digested. Therefore there can be Sneha Lepana in all these Srotasas. So in order to reduce that, what can be done? We can go for Takrarishta Prayoga. Takrarishta Prayoga, that is the Arishta prepared out of Takra. Then Ruksha Pana Anna Sevanam. Ruksha Pana Sevana should be done. Right? One which is not having much snigdhata, such kind of Ruksha Anna and Pana can be given, like Yava Kola, etc. can be administered. Then mutranam here is the different kinds of mutra. Specifically, gomutra has to be taken into consideration. Trifalayascha, that is along with trifala you can give. Trifala is also a dravya which can do the rukshana in a better way. So in sneha vyapat you are supposed to go for these kind of conditions. So next condition which we usually come across is, that is the persons who are not eligible for the samshodhana snehapana, that is the snehapana wherein it is administered in a uttama matra, madhyama matra or hrisva matra in the acha pana state. That is, acha pana means swachha pana, or only the sneha if it is administered, maybe they will not be able to digest it because of their satmyata, or maybe because of the reduced agni bala, etc. But sometimes it will be important for us to administer the snehapana, without which we cannot go for the samshodhana, either for vamana, virechana, etc. Then what should be done? You can see that the vicharana sneha has already been told earlier. That is, there are different types of vicharana sneha. That is, there are 62 types of vicharana which can be done with the help of the ahara rasa. But you can see that the ahara rasa, if you consider, there is shad rasa, the combinations of that, of course it will come to 62. What are the practical things which can be done? That is, what is vicharana sneha? Vicharana sneha is a solution for administering the snehapana indirectly or with along with the food. So for that, different preparations have been indicated. So there are different kinds of preparations which can be followed. Like for example, there are 24 indications, that is 24 food preparations along with sneha which can be administered, so that it can be easily administered to a patient who is not having the desire to have achapana. So in the 82nd shloka, the conditions wherein vicharana sneha can be done, that has been indicated. Sneha dvishaha, that is the persons who do not like sneha at all. Sneha nitya mridu koshtascha yena rahaha klesha asaha madhya nityas tesham ishtha vicharana. There is persons who are sneha nitya, that is daily they will be taking sneha, therefore snehapana will not be effective in them for the dosha vriddhi. Mrudukoshta, in Mrudukoshta persons also it will be difficult to administer. Then klesha asaha, that is persons who cannot tolerate any kind of klesha, any kind of difficulty. Then madhya nityas tesham ishta vicharana. Madhya nitya, that is persons who are addicted to alcohol. These persons have to be administered vicharana, that is, the sneha has to be given in different forms. So many kinds of ahara rasa samyoga. In 84th shloka you can see Dadimam Dadi Savyosham Rasa Samyoga Sangraha. Different Rasa Samyoga has been told. As earlier mentioned, the Rasa Samyoga will help us in understanding the permutation combination of the rasa, as well as how it can be administered to the person. Of course, the sneha dravya itself will be taken, like tila, etc. will be taken, but it will be administered in an indirect way, right? So there are different kinds of formulations which have been told, including the taila, suraya, manda, vasa, fanita, kshira. So many kinds of preparations can be used, any kind of preparations, along with the combination of the different kinds of rasas. Then you can see that in the 90th shloka there is a mentioning of the Pancha Prasritiki Peya. There is a Peya which is mentioned, which is called as Pancha Prasritiki Peya, which mainly has 5 ingredients. That is, it has sarpi, taila, vasa, majja, Tandula Prasrutaihi Shrutaha. There is a preparation made. Shruta means the Shruta is also a synonym for Kashaya, or wherever it is boiled. Okay, so Prasruta means it is this thing. One Prasruta is around 96 ml. You have already come across with that, Veshija Kalpana, etc. So this is a peya which is usually sorry, there was some disturbance. So Pancha Prasritiki Peya, that is the peya which is prepared out of using all the kinds of sneha, that is sarpi, vasa, majja and taila, along with tandula. That is called as panchaprasrutiki peya, which is very important, or which is usually even asked in the examinations. Okay. So this kind of sneha, panchaprasrutiki sneha, can be used as a vicharana sneha. This is one of the indications of vicharana sneha. Then you can see that further later they have explained some of the snehapana, or how snehapana can be administered in cases of disease conditions. That is specifically disease condition, what kind of vicharana sneha should be administered. So gramya anupa audakam mamsam gunam dati payastilan kushti shothi pramehi cha snehane cha prayojayet. So in kushtha, in shotha and prameha, what should be done? Because kushta, shota and prameha, you can see that they are all conditions wherein the abhishanda guna is seen. So in those conditions, and also the kledana is more. So it is a sharira kleda also would have increased in the kushta or prameha, or even in the shota. So therefore specifically they have mentioned that gramya anupa udaka mamsam gunam dati payastilan. They have been mentioned specifically here for the vicharana. Then स्नेहनैः स्नेहैः यथार्हं तान् सिद्धैः स्नेहैः विकारिभिः पिप्पलिभिः हरितक्या सिद्धैः त्रिफलाया अपि वा. So specifically they have indicated that you can go for the ahara dravya, or the dravyas which are prepared out of pippali, haritaki, triphala or triphala. There is the you can go for pippali, haritaki or triphala. These options, vikalpa, has been told. Or you can also call as drakshamalaka yushabhyam dadna cha amlena sadhayet yoshagarbham bishak sneham pitva snihyati tam naraha yavakola kulathanam rasaha ksharah suradati kshira sarpischa tat siddham snehaniyam grutottamam. So the grita is indicated in those conditions, but of course the different kinds of yusha also have been told. That is drakshamalaka yusha. This is one specific preparation which is told. That is draksha and amalaka yusha. There is yusha which is prepared with draksha and amalaka dadna cha amlena sathihet. Then it is administered with mixed with dadi or amla dadi cha amlena, it is told. Amla dadi, it is told. So this will be indicated wherein the Agni Deepti also will happen because of the prayoga of this yusha. The sneha will get digested properly, and then you will have proper snehana effect also seen. So the grita is indicated here in these conditions because it will be more palatable also, and also which is processed with the different kinds of rasa yukta dravyas. Right? So these things have been indicated. Then you can see that how the effect of the snehana can be increased. For example, in any condition, the snehana, it has to be done in a faster way. That is, snehana should happen in a faster way. Or if we see that there is still abhishandata seen, then what can be done? In the 98th shloka specifically, they have mentioned that lavanopahitaha snehaha snehayanti chirannaram tadabhishandhat aruksham cha sukshmam ushnam vyavai cha. So because of the gunas of the lavana, that is lavana prayoga has been done along with the sneha. Lavana, what it will do, it is having that is tadvishandi aruksham cha sukshma ushnam vyavai cha. That is, it has sukshma, ushna, vyavayi guna. That is, it can move faster in the srotasas. It is having sukshma guna, it is having ushna guna in it. Therefore, and also it can do arukshana also. It doesn't do any kind of rukshana. So therefore, lavana can be administered along with the sneha to increase its effect. To increase the effect of the sneha, usually lavana can be administered. Of course, it is abhishanti. That is, it can attract the water molecules, or it can increase the abhishandata. But anyway, now we have, if we are going for a shodhananga sneha, then of course the kledana has to be increased. So the sneha will be acting in a faster way or moving in a faster way in the sharira. That will be usually seen. So sneham agre prayujutah tatah svedam anantaram sneha svedopapannasya shodhanam yathe atha shodhanam athetarat. So you can see that snehanam agre prayujita. First always agra means first at the initial stage, always you have to go for snehana, then you have to go for svedana. Svedana is always followed by the snehana, that is without the snehana, svedana is usually not done, whether it may be bahya prayoga or the abhyantara prayoga. So sneha svedopapannasya samshodhanam athetarat. After that you can go for any kind of samshodhana only after doing proper snehana and svedana. So in the Tatra Shloka you can see that sneha vidhi kritsam vyapat siddhi sabeshajaha. So in this particular chapter we have come across with these points. What are they? Snehaha. What are the sneha? That is, what are the chaturveda sneha? What is the importance of it? Where all they are indicated? And sneha vidhi. How this sneha has to be administered in a patient. Then kritsna vyapat siddhi. Kritsna means complete details of the vyapat. What all vyapat can happen? There is different vyapats have been 19 upadravas have been indicated, right? So those have been enlisted. Then siddhi sabeshajaha, siddhi, how to tackle it or how to manage these upadravas, that also has been indicated in this chapter. So along with the peshacha, sabeshacha, that is along with the medicines which can be administered here. Like we have seen that there are different formulations which are indicated, and also aushadha dravyas along with the ahara dravyas also. Different yusha, khada, mamsarasa, etc. have been mentioned along with the veshaja. Yatha prashnam bhagavata, we have seen that there are different prashnas. There are 25 prashnas which were asked by Acharya Agnivesha. So all these 25 questions have been answered by Atreya Punarvasu. Yatha prashnam bhagavata vyahritam chandra bhagina, by Chandrabhagi. Chandrabhagi means Atreya Punarvasu has answered all these 25 questions which were asked by Agniveshadi Shishyas. So with this chapter we complete, with this note we complete this particular chapter. Ityagnimesha kriti tantre charakapati samskrute shlokasthane sneha adhyayo namaha treyodashodhyayaha. So this chapter mainly deals with the different kinds of sneha, the sthavana and jangama sneha, what are available. The listing, the enumeration of those also has been given. Among those, the chaturveda sneha which are important for samshodhana and samshamana also has been indicated. The types of snehana, the vicharana sneha, and also how this sneha vidhi has to be, there is a sneha, how it has to be administered, what are the ahara dravyas to be administered, what is the anupana, what should be the ahara yojana after the snehapana, what if the sneha doesn't get digested properly, what are the samyak lakshanas of the snehapana, what are the siddhi upayas, that is how we are going to overcome the vyapat or upadrava of the snehapana. All these things have been discussed in detail in this particular chapter. Okay, so in the next class we will be discussing about the 14th chapter, that is atatah svedadhyaya vyakhyasyaama etihasmaha bhagwan atreyah atah svedaah pravakshante yehi yathat tat prayojitaihi Svedasadhyaha prashamyanti gada vatakafatmakaha. So we can see that the Svedana is also a Purva Karma before the Samshodhana, but it is done only after the Snehana Karma. Therefore, it has been kept in the order. So in the Kalpana Chatushka, we can see that first we have the Sneha Vidyadhyaya, then we have the Sveda Vidyadhyaya. So we will be discussing about these the Svedana, different types of Svedana, how it has to be done, and what are the indications, contraindications, complications, etc. of Sveda Vidhi in the next class. Okay. So hope you have understood this particular chapter of Sneha Adhyaya. If you have any doubts, you can post it here and discuss it. We can discuss it in the further classes anytime. Thank you. Dhanyavada.